today's meeting agenda is Doctor Portal of MedLEaPR Chhattisgarh. The website that you're seeing on your screen is of MedLEaPR Chhattisgarh. The purpose of this website is to digitize the MLC and the PMR reports mandated by the Court of India. Now, let me tell you a brief about this website first. This is a role-based web application where you have to onboard yourself in order to use this website first. And you have to onboard yourself as per your role because your login credentials are given per your role. So if you have not yet registered on the website, you have to first click on new user registration. It is just below the login button. When you click on this button, you will be redirected to the registration tab. Here you can see multiple registrations are listed. So you have to click on the registration as per your role. It is very important to choose the registration as per your role. So if you're a state admin, you have to click on state nodal officer registration. For district admins, district nodal officer registration. For hospital admin or the institute admin, institute head registration. There are multiple departments under an institute. For each department, there is a departmental head registration. Then we have the end users of the website, that is the doctor registration. For state NIC coordinators, we have NIC state nodal officer registration. Then we have the lab section. For labs outside of the institute, we have external lab registrations, which are approved by the state admin. And for labs integrated within the institute, internal lab registrations, which are approved by the institute admin. And internal lab users are approved by the internal lab HOD. And then the last is MRD registration, which refers to the medical record department. Each institute has their own medical record department. Now, these are the different types of registration listed here. This is a hierarchy-based role. So first, the state admin is approved. Then the state admin has the power to approve the registration request of district admins. District admins then approve the institute admins, and institute admin then approves their doctors, departmental heads, MRD, or institute admins. So this is the way the hierarchy works. So I'll show you now the doctor registration. If you have any doubts regarding the role of any user, on the right side of the website, you can see onboarding manuals. Here, onboarding manuals are listed for each user. You can download these manuals for reference if you have any doubts regarding the onboarding process of any user or you want to know the roles of any user, you can just download the manual and refer to it. Now, I'll show you the doctor registration. Once you click on the registration, this page will open. This is the first page. Here, you have to first select your state, district, and police station. Then you have to verify your email ID through OTP verification. Similarly, you have to verify your mobile number. Then you have to enter your name and proceed. Once you verify all these details first, then this registration form will open. Here you have to enter all the details that are shown on the screen. You have to upload your identity card for verification, fill in the details like your designation, your technical profile details, and select the institute in which you are registering yourself as a doctor, which means your posting place. Unless your health institute is registered on the portal and has been approved by the district admin, you cannot register yourself as a doctor. So for doctors to register, institutes need to be registered first. Then you have to fill the security question. For instances, if you forget your password or you forget your user ID even, you can retrieve your user data by these security questions. So please fill in the security questions very carefully. As in case of emergency where you forget your user ID, you can retrieve your user data using these. Now, once you fill in all the details and submit, you will be successfully registered on the portal. And once you are successfully registered, your corresponding admin, institute admin, district admin, or the state admin will verify your request and then approve the request. Once your request is approved, your login credentials, that is the user ID, and a system generated password will come on your registered mobile number. Using those credentials, you can log into the portal and change your password. Now I'm logging in as a doctor. This is the doctor dashboard that you're seeing. In the header, you can see your username, your posting place, your deputation posting, user type, state, and district. And under that is the dashboard overview. Here you can see the live counters of first, the total number of cases registered in your user. Second, the total number of cases that have been freezed. Third, the total number of cases that are still under process or pending. Fourth, the total number of cases that you have cancelled due to any reason. Fifth, the total number of cases that you have referred to another institute. And sixth, the total number of CCTNS pending requests. CCTNS generally means the police system, the police department. Now, in the left side of the page, you can see a sidebar where all the roles of the doctor are listed. So we will go through all the roles one by one. The first one is registration, that is registering a case into your user. In the registration tab, multiple registrations are listed here. First one is registration of MLR, PMR and the Ruka cases. MLR refers to the medical legal case, PMR refers to post-mortem case, and Ruka refers to the police intimation cases. In police intimation cases, there is no data entry done, direct police intimation is sent. Second registration is for post-mortem of fetus. Third registration is for sexual abuse cases, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare cases only. Fourth registration is for registration of prisoners. And the fifth section is request from CCTNS or the police department. So if the CCTNS pushes any case into your institute, you will be seeing those requests in request from CCTNS section. For viewing an MLC request, you have to click on MLC request button. And for viewing the PMR request, you have to click on unnatural death / postmortem request section. Here you will be seeing two options. First is pull and second is link with case. If you have not yet registered the case that has been pushed by the CCTNS, you can click on pull button and register that case in your portal. Or if you have already registered a case regarding that request, you can click on link with case button and the details of that case and the CCTNS request will be mapped together. Now to register a new case, you have to click on new patient registration. This is the victim registration form. This is the first step of registration. Here, if your victim is identified, you have to click on is identified yes and fill all the details. In cases where the patient is unidentified, you can also select no and the basic details will be set to unknown. This is only for the case when the patient is unidentified. In the cases where patient is identified, you have to fill all the details. Fill in the captcha. Now this is the second step of registration, that is the case details. Here you select under which certificate type this case falls. So first you have to select whether it is a roadside accident case or not. Then you have to select under which certificate this case falls. Multiple certificates are listed here. You have to select from the drop down. Doctors can also give manual MLR number and date for reference. If consent is available, you can select the language from the drop down. If consent is not available, you can also proceed with no consent. In that case, consent will not be downloaded. Now, this is the third step of registration, which is further details. Here, an option is given where You can add another doctor to your board member list by entering their user ID. You can search and add them to your board member. Now you can see in the table another doctor is added. When you add another doctor to your board member list, this gives them the viewing access of your report. So when they log in their portal, in their board member reports, they can view the report that you have registered here. They only have the viewing access. They cannot edit on your report, or they cannot give any opinion on your report. Under the board member table, you can see these counters here. If any of these is relevant to your report, you can select yes and fill in the details. If you do not have any of these details during the registration, you can also fill these details later on in search and edit section. You can also select not applicable if these are not applicable to your case, or you can also fill the details by selecting yes. Now the case has been successfully registered in the portal. To download the consent form, you have to click on print with basic details button, and the consent will be downloaded on your system in the PDF format, as you can see here. You have to take the sign on the consent form offline. Now the registration part is completed. So we move on to the next tab, that is doctor's opinion, where we do the data entry on the case. So to do the data entry on the case that you have registered, you have to click on doctor examination data entry. Here you can see all your recent or pending cases. In the left column, you can see upload/download consent form section. In this column, you can upload the signed consent form online, and you can also download the consent form from here first if you have not downloaded in the registration. To start the data entry, you have to click on edit button, or you can also search through certificate type and transaction ID of the case and click on submit button. Your case will open. In the header, you can first verify your details of the case before starting the data entry on it. And then you can start the data entry page by page. All the details or the section which are red star marked are compulsory to fill. Without filling in these columns, you cannot proceed to the next page. Multiple patient identification marks can be added to the list. You can also edit them and delete them by clicking on the action buttons. Next page, OPD details. If the patient is admitted, you can checkbox this and fill in the admission details. If the patient is not admitted, you can uncheck the box and proceed. Gist of incident and injuries detail. Here you can see a section of particular of injuries. Here you can add multiple injuries. If patient has multiple injuries, you can add those injuries in the list here. Just like patient identification marks, you can edit or delete the injuries. But once you freeze your injury, you can no longer make any changes in them. And freezing your injury is important for the next step. Here, if you do not freeze your injury, you cannot mark it on the image. To mark your injury, you have to first select and then click on the image where injury has occurred. And this way your injury will be marked on the image. Similarly, in the next step, you can mark your injury like this. material collected, detail and number of field details. You can also add multiple here. Additional comment if any. This additional feature is given here where you can draw any injury on the image freehand and add your comments in the remarks section. Now the data entry on this case has been completed. Before freezing your report, you can click on preview report button to verify all the details that you have entered to double check. So you can verify the details you have entered. As you can see, pending freeze, it means this is a draft report and changes can be made in this. But now once you freeze your report after verifying the details and print, your case will be freezed and then you can no longer make any changes in that report. After freezing a report, it becomes a read-only report where no changes can be made. So you can see pending freeze is not there anymore. It means it is a freeze report which cannot be edited. But a feature is given subsequent opinion. In this section, you can give subsequent opinion on your freeze report and you can also upload any additional file like CT scan or X-ray report. So first you have to search your case and select the transaction ID of the case. Verify the details. You can also download the report for reference and give your opinion or upload any additional file related to that report. Next section we have Ruka generation form. As I told you earlier, Ruka means police intimation. So if you want to send police intimation regarding any case that you have registered in your portal, you can send intimation to the police in this section. Verify the details in the header first. Then select the police station to which you want to send the intimation to. If any person is accompanied, you can fill the details of that person as well. And then fill the incident details. Once you save and proceed, the intimation is sent to the police station that you have selected. And this is the police intimation report. Next section is cancellation zone. In this section, you can cancel the case that you have registered. If you have registered a case by mistake, you can cancel it from here. In two conditions, you cannot cancel your case, which are if you have generated Ruka regarding that case or sent police intimation regarding that case, or if you have completed the data entry, which means draft report has been generated regarding that case. So in these two cases, the case cannot be cancelled. Otherwise, the case can be cancelled from here. You have to select the transaction ID of the case and then click on cancel button, and through OTP verification your case will be cancelled. Next we have expert opinion section. Here a feature is given where you can ask for another doctor's opinion on your unfreezed case. For requesting expert opinion of another doctor, you have to select get opinion against the case that you want your opinion. Then select the department of the doctor. and the name of the doctor, and click on send to doctor button, and the case will be sent to that doctor for their expert opinion. Once they have given their opinion on your case and freeze their opinion, then their report will be added to the freeze report of your case. Next is view expert opinion request. When you click on view expert opinion request button, you can see the request of expert opinion which have been requested to you. So if another doctor wants your expert opinion on their case, you will be seeing those requests in this section. You can view the victim details before giving your opinion or preview the report. You can click on pull data button and give your opinion on their report. Similarly, your expert opinion report will be attached to the final PDF of their report. And if you do not wish to give opinion on the case, you can also reject the case by clicking on red action button. Next section is victim or accused referral case. In this section, you can refer your freezed MLC cases to another institute. PMR requests and unfreeze cases cannot be referred to another institute. To submit a case referral request, you have to click on submit case referral request button. Select the certificate which you want to refer, the date of that case, then click on refer case button. Select the district and institute to which you want to refer the case and enter your referral remarks. Once you click on submit button, your case will be referred to that institute. If another institute has referred any case to your institute, you can see those requests in view referral request section. Next section is report section. Under report section, first is freeze reports. Here, you can see the details of all the cases for which draft report has been generated or the data entry is completed. You can freeze your records one by one from here, or you can also freeze all your records all at once in this section. If you want to view the details of any of your previously freeze reports, you can go to download freeze reports. You can view the details of your freeze reports here, and also you can download the PDF of your previously freezed cases as well. Search Ruka details. In this section, you can view the details of all the cases for which police intimation has been sent. You can also download your Ruka reports. Free text and combinational search. Here, various filters are given. According to your convenience, you can search your cases in this section through police accompanied details, transaction number, or through the case status. Search PMR with cause of death. In this section, you can view your you can search your frozen PMR cases through transaction number, victim name, cause of death, or through date. So according to your convenience, you can search your freezed PMR cases in this section. Board member report. If you are added in another doctor's board member list, you can view their reports in board member report section. You can only view the reports, you cannot edit the report. Next section we have is others. Under others tab, first is change password. In this section, you can update the password of your user ID. Update your profile. Here you can update the details of your doctor's profile, like your specialization, registration, or your designation. And you can also update your security questions. If you want to take transfer to another district or institute, you can submit a doctor transfer request. Before submitting a doctor transfer request, you must freeze all the cases of your current institute. Otherwise, you won't be able to submit a doctor transfer request. The doctor credentials do not change when you take a transfer. Multi-location request. If you want to work on multiple locations simultaneously, you can request for temporary deputation in another institute in multi-location section. So whenever you log into your user, a pop-up will come which will ask you to which institute you are currently working in. So you can work on two locations simultaneously. Next is the lab section. Whenever labs are integrated within your state or within your institute, you can send your freezed cases to the labs for further investigation. Only freezed cases can be sent to the lab for further investigation. You can select the lab when labs are integrated and send your cases to the lab. Next is download offline form. This feature is given for emergency situations like internet connectivity issue or electricity problem. So doctors can keep the blank form of all the certificates with them for reference. So whenever such issue is there, you can refer to the blank forms and do the data entry online in the portal later on. So to download the blank form, you just have to click on the certificate and the blank form will be downloaded in the PDF format. So you can keep the printouts of these forms with you for reference purposes. E-sign. You can digitally sign on your freeze reports in this section through Aadhaar verification. You can only digitally sign on your freeze reports. And if you want to see the details of your previously e-signed reports, you can see those details in e-signed report or digital signature report section. You can also download the PDFs of your previously e-signed reports. These were the roles of the doctor. In the end, we have two-factor authentication. This is a feature given for enhanced security of your account. So whenever you log into the portal, after your password, an OTP verification will be there, and then only you can log into the portal. So you can activate this service through mobile OTP, Sandesh messaging app OTP, or email OTP, whichever is convenient. And in the end, we have self-help PowerPoint presentations and the user manual. Single PowerPoint presentations are made for different processes of the doctor's module. You can search the process and refer to the PowerPoint presentations, or you can also download the user manual for reference if you have any query during using the software. This was the full demo of Doctor's Module MedLEaPR Chhattisgarh. If any one of you has any doubts regarding any process, you can ask now. For CCTNS, you have to go on request from, I'll just show you once again. So in registration tab, the last section is request from CCTNS. In this tab, you can see the request from CCTNS. For MLC request, you have to click on MLC requests. So all the requests that CCTNS has pushed into your institute, you will be seeing in this section. So from here, you can pull the case or link with case.